Good morning, Sally. How are you today?
Oh, terrific. Thank you, Harry. Don't you look super duper smart and cute with your tie and your shirt?
My best.
That's you. That is you.
You been out for a walk today?
No, not yet. Guess what I've been doing for the first time? I'm finally getting into the cupboards. I'm so excited. Yay! Decluttering. There's so many
Right.
positives about this, Harry. So many positives. It's probably 10 or 15 years of old sheets and towels and clothes that I don't need. It's a world of excess, so it's time to cull. Time to cull a lot of
So
things.
you're going to have a mummy party after COVID. You've got enough sheets for everybody.
I know. Absolutely. I'm just not sure where to put it all now. So, but it's just so cleansing. I have been so hanging for this for years and years, not for this situation, but to have the time and or make it a focus. And I'm very, very excited. So that sort of leads into our topic today, which is staying positive with coronavirus, or as I've entitled it, turning a shitty situation around.
So, I wonder if taking sheets to St. Vinny's classifies as an essential trip in Victoria.
I know. Like, seriously, they'll pull us over. They will pull us over. So you're allowed to go out to exercise, to get food, for employment if that's what you're doing. And what was the other thing?
Medical.
Medical. Yeah, that's it. They're the four reasons why. So I'm
Not
not.
to go surfing.
No, no, that's right. No, very, yeah. Now, here's
Although in Queensland, you can swim in your local beach.
right. Well, I did see a few posts over Easter of people surfing, but that's exercise, isn't it? So
I think it's on your local beach.
yeah, yeah.
You
Oh,
have
that's
to
right.
be.
You cannot go down for day trip sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then again, it's
So,
burning.
yeah, it's interesting. I mean, um, the Lancet recently did a review of 24 studies of the impact of quarantine.
Yep.
And they found, surprise, surprise, that people coming out of quarantine have low mood and they're irritable. They're the two most common features. But a lot of them they've got stress markers, so the cortisol's up. They're having trouble sleeping.
Mm.
Some of them are angry and frustrated. A lot of them are depressed, and some of them have PTSD symptoms.
Yep.
A more recent, really early study out of China, this is really interesting, quite sobering really, shows that 28% of parents locked up with children showed signs of trauma disorder. 10% of hospital staff were depressed.
Mm.
So one of the things that I recommend to clients who see me when they have low mood is to download an incredibly good Australian app called Mood Mission.
Oh, yep. Yep.
This was developed in two top Melbourne universities, and what it does, it's an interactive app. It asks you how you are, and then when you answer, it makes 5 suggestions. And the next day it asks how you went with any of those suggestions. And the ones that worked for you, it learns about you and then produces more suggestions that are going to fit you better. So it's a really cool app. It's free. If you're at risk of low mood or overwhelm or stress from isolation, then it's a great tool to work out what works for you.
Yeah, but you've spoken about that before. Were these some old colleagues of yours in Collingwood or something?
No, I can't remember where I found out about it, but I think it's the single best app for mood.
Yep.
On the
Called
App Store.
Mood Mission. Yep.
Yeah, Mood Mission.
I like that one. I'll put that on the link.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Because that's really, really, really important, because it is all about staying positive through this challenging time. And I've got a little quote here from George. Negativity and fear cannot hold its breath when surrounded by positivity and gratitude.
Good.
So
Good.
shifting that mindset to be more positive, because, here's just a little bit of stats. 36% of Americans say the pandemic has made a serious impact on their mental health. And 31% are sleeping less because of coronavirus-related anxiety. So that's already starting, the stats are just coming through, but it's only going to be more and more challenging as the time goes on. So anything we can do to shift that mindset from being in that sort of negative, fear-based, lower vibration level up to this higher, more positive, and when you sit with the gratitude or be grateful for what we do have, it really helps shift that mood up, take it out from that bottom level here. And, and another thing is to sit in the present moment, just sit in the now, because the anxiety and fear is fueled by the unknown of tomorrow. And there's no control over that other than just what you can control today and your mindset.
But if the now is pretty grey looking and you've got kids who are driving absolutely spare, then that's very hard.
Very challenging.
And you've got 1,400 emails coming in from the 6 teachers that are looking after 8 kids telling you what to do, and you can't do differential calculus.
Don't. School goes back tomorrow here. Does Canberra go back tomorrow?
I think it's mostly online, although if you're an essential worker, you can drop it off. You can drop your loved ones off at a school.
But it's just all that routine and structure, and it's going to be difficult.
So I know a couple of the things you've been doing, Sally. Yes. You've been getting into the kitchen and doing some cooking. And that's a great thing to do.
Oh my goodness. I have been baking banana bread. And it's so funny because there's a WhatsApp group with a lot of this other school mums. Banana bread seems to be the latest trend to be baking. Marinated chicken drumsticks, sausage rolls. What else have I been making? Chocolate cake, healthy stuff. Apple crumble, apple pie. That was just over the weekend. I haven't stopped. Stewed pears, stewed apples, zucchini slice. I don't know, heaps. And
Do you put what's that?
Chicken soup.
Do you put cloves in your stewed apples?
Sometimes cloves. All the yummy stuff though. Even the 5-spice, cinnamon, nutmeg, all that stuff. It's yummy. Yeah. It's yummy. Good. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So it is really getting back to basics, and and I've got a Thermomix which I absolutely love. So that's been going overtime, and really and the kids are really appreciating home cooked meals. So it's constantly in the kitchen. Lots of fresh veggies, lots of the greens, the bok choys, and all that sort of stuff. Love that.
Oh, the bok choy, the snails that up on my bok choy.
They have to your Bunnings expedition. Oh, goodness me. But part of, surviving through this isolation, when you are isolated, even with your kids at home, and lots of different things to help you get through. And I think having fun, creating fun. And it might be, a friend of mine had his birthday the other day, so we had a Zoom party. And, there's so many funny things being passed around on social media. I think you've sent me some funny ones. And having fun by calling friends. And, people are reaching out, and it's really, really, really cool. And I've been listening to heaps of music, audiobooks, podcasts. But what I've found is having that structure, important to have some structure every day. So like having a walk, and my training is really important, but also some work time and some downtime. So like today was like drew a line in the sand. That's it. I'm attacking the cupboards because there's so many other things. My to-do list is always this big. But I thought, no, this is important to clear and declutter. Decluttering the mind too. Absolutely. And I've been meditating like a fiend, and you meditate a lot too, don't you? So that's been part of my strategy.
So the other thing is that you do, and we both do, is to get out in the sun and move.
Yeah. And we were just chatting before about how we're really appreciating nature on our walks, and just it's the small things. The birds are chirping more. The waterway is looking amazing. Even the Yarra, that murky old Yarra, is looking stunning, absolutely stunning. The skies are clearer, less pollution, and everyone that's walking is in a good mood. They're all just sort of keeping our distance, but you can feel the vibe. It's, people are relaxed, just walking with a friend or a partner, whatever. But it's really good. It's really therapeutic. I'm loving it. I'm actually loving it. So,
So my little model is, yes, to start off with gratitude. And even if you're in a low place, there's, search for what there is you can be grateful for.
Yep.
Maybe a piece of Sally's chocolate cake. I'd be grateful.
It's all gluten-free.
Oh, I don't know about that. Get outside in the sun. It's my second G. And the third G is grab a mate to talk to.
Yeah. Awesome.
Reach out. Make sure that you build your resilience by staying active. It's important to stay active. Do something every day. Get something done. Clean out a cupboard, bake a cake, go for a walk. Whereas I did yesterday, spend your day up the ladder squashing caterpillars on a tree because I don't like you poison.
How many do you reckon you got then, Harry?
Hundreds.
How far up the ladder did you go? Because I find ladders frightening.
I'm standing right on the top.
You're a thrill seeker. You're hilarious.
But I'm good on the ladder, so, that's okay. I don't recommend if you don't get up regularly.
Yeah. And I was going to say, a lot of people I've been speaking to are starting to journal and write things down. And it's a really good time to write or be creative, do drawing, because you're big time into drawing, just grabbing a piece of paper and just going for it, letting your creative side come through. I think that's really important.
I've been doing lots of crosswords.
Oh, right.
So I put the coffee machine on at 6:45, warms up, then I grab a coffee and do a crossword in bed. Watch the sun come up.
Yeah. There's a lot of people doing jigsaws. We're told to stay home and do jigsaws.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Hey?
Very good for the brain, jigsaws.
Yeah. And that's the thing, keeping the brain going. What was I going to say? Perfect time to rest. Just rest, recharge, and get some sleep up as well. Because sleep is super important. And as I said before, in the States, 31% are sleeping less because of the anxiety around it all. So whatever good sleep hygiene, getting to bed well before midnight and, having the dark rooms and weighted blankets or whatever.
Good time to buy into American pharmaceutical shares.
Don't. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen there, hey? That'll just be a whole lot.
I don't know.
Oh, no.
Really don't.
So I've done a little model, and it's not in palette because it just wasn't going to work. But before I did that, it said, remember, this is a time to recover, reset, rewire, rejuvenate, and rest. But overall, if you are sitting with positivity and, and also sitting with some gratefulness and, being grateful, you just take a negative situation and try and find 3 positives out of it, because it's a perceived negative situation.
So you could remember to be grateful. That's your second R.
Remember to be grateful and sit with positivity, and it's going to just make you happier. When you're being way more grateful and able to be present in the present moment, sit in the now, not the anxiety about tomorrow or the depression from memories of the past, then you're going to sleep better. And then when you're sitting in the present moment and you're able to be a lot more positive, you're going to have peace of mind and be more calm. And overall, you're going to improve your mental health, decrease your anxiety and depression. There, not in palette, but it's very apt. So I had three top tips. One, take a perceived negative situation and put 3 positives to it. One way to shift your mindset. Number 2, write 3 things you are grateful for today and try and do that every day. And number 3 is plan, action, reward. Plan each day something you want to achieve, action it, and then reward when it's completed with the satisfaction of achieving something. So they were my 3 top tips today.
That's good. And, my thought is just be prepared to change your lifestyle in relation to this current situation.
Yeah.
You know, a tree survives in the wind because it bends and flexes. So if you're going to withstand the chill winds of COVID, you need to adapt. You cannot do what worked yesterday. It won't serve you as well as it could if you change your lifestyle.
I
So
love
it's just
that quote. Was that one that your dad used to?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. That was the advice he gave to me on the eve of my marriage.
And here you are married 45 years later or something.
Yeah, nearly.
It's crazy. It's just awesome. But that's so true, just being open-minded and adaptable, because it's we just have to go with the flow, ride the wave, and sit with as much peace as we can. So how are you coping throughout all of this? How's your life?
Good.
Yeah.
Well, my star sign is Cancer. So I love being at home, you know, and it's no problem at all. I'm horrified by the forecasts that domestic violence will spike because people have chosen wrong partners, you know. It's very sad.
I know a friend rang me the other day and said her girl, a couple of friends of theirs have split up. Like, I just think it must be so challenging, but it's also a time not to make major life decisions in some ways. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, so it's an interesting time, and you know, lots of people that I know are trying to pivot into the online world. I'm doing lots of courses.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just managing the time effectively, time and energy, because also, as I was saying earlier, I was attracting a lot of people that wouldn't, being a bit needy. So, you know, it's just, I think everybody has to sort of manage their time and energy and put up some boundaries as well. And yes, support other people, but also support yourself. So it doesn't drag you down as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Quite exhausting. But, you know, throughout all of this, super important to watch your sleep, hydrate, drink lots and lots of water, try and have as healthy a diet as possible so it will improve your mood, and, you know, get out and exercise, because overall you want to boost your immune system and protect your mental health. At the end of the day, it's back to basics, good old stuff.
And if you're drinking water, as you suggest, Sally, make sure it's clean water.
Correct.
And we did a whole session on water.
Yep,
absolutely. So they can look it up.
Yep. You can still order water filters online, all that sort of stuff. So,
we should go down to the B store.
What's the B store? What's that?
They used to have sausages.
Oh, your favourite one, Bunnings. The B word. I highly encourage everybody to have a look at Harry's little clip of his trip to Bunnings. It's a classic. Very, very.
Well, be prepared for more, and I'm going to be looking forward to your first video, Sally.
I know, we're doing a course together. Click, edit, go. Yeah. Starting tomorrow. I'm super duper duper excited about that. And
Wes is really professional.
Yeah. Even just by signing up, I got a video email response saying, "Hi, Sally. You know, glad you're doing the course with us."
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
There's lots to learn.
Well, I look forward to seeing you I look forward to seing you tomorrow, actually, on the Zoom.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Me too. And we'll stay positive and stay grateful. And we'll ride this wave together, baby. We'll get through this. Alrighty, I'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.